There I am.
Are you holding up okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a new girlfriend. I got a guy outside cutting down trees in my backyard. I just got 5 acres, and he's cutting down all the dead wood and chopping up wood for the fireplace for the winter. Building a new recording studio. I mean, I've built so many recording studios. I got the whole thing already in my head, so I know exactly what it's going to look like. The only thing I'm debating is, Persian rugs on the floor, maybe lightning bolts on the ceiling. Gonna have fun with it. It's great when you're in control of your own destiny and you can do your own decorating.
For sure. Well, you're definitely in control with Origins Volume 2. And you're covering artists like Zeppelin, the Stones, Hendrix. Uh, in your opinion, whose guitar style is the most challenging?
I don't know. I don't consider myself that great a guitar player. I never even took a guitar lesson. I learned how to play guitar listening to Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, the Stones, the Beatles, and Pete Townsend from The Who. I mean, those were my major influences. So never took a guitar lesson, but I grew up in a family where everybody in my family played an instrument. So I guess I got the knowledge by osmosis. The criteria that I use, first of all, when I decide to pick which songs I'm going to record is, can I sing them? Because I don't consider myself a virtuoso singer. Honestly, I'd rather just play guitar all night. Sing a couple songs like I did with Kiss. But focus on, smoking guitars, rocket guitars, light guitars. I invented all those special effects guitars over the years when I was performing with Kiss. And, that was the most fun for me, And then, of course, the after party.
Doing stuff like the Kiss cruise, it seems like it's a lot of fun, but it also seems like it's just a strange situation. Kiss is playing on a cruise, and then Ace Frehley is also playing on a cruise. I remember you did play together for a short set, I think a year and a half ago or something like that. What's it like being on that Kiss cruise and performing yourself?
I expected a little more interplay. I mean, Doc McGee walked into my dressing room like an hour after we got on the boat and said, "Do you want to get up and do an acoustic set with the band to open up the tour?" But it was fun. But after that, I had no contact with those guys, and they actually paid me $15,000 not to do a Q&A.
To not do a Q&A?
I mean, I don't. What are they afraid that I'm going to say? I don't have. We're all friends.
They paid you 15 grand to shut up?
Well, not to do a Q&A with the audience. I guess they were afraid what questions the audience was going to ask me. I don't know. I'm good in front of people. I'm funny, and whatever. Paul did some kind of cooking thing where he was making pasta. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. I did it, pretty much for the money and for the fans. And would I ever do another Kiss cruise? No.
Really? You're sure? Is it because of COVID or because of?
It's because I just didn't like the way I was treated on the cruise. I did that first set with the guys, and then I never heard from them again. They never took me out to dinner, or I never got a big thank you. Paul took off, and I never spoke to him for the rest of the cruise. So I thought it was a little odd, but those guys are the way they are. That was the way they are. I mean, I had a good time. I always have a good time, and I get along with everybody, so no big deal.
Yeah.
But I'll never do another Kiss cruise.
Okay. Well, that's the weird thing about friendship, right? It's like friendship is a complicated thing.
It's complicated, and when you think about the history, I quit the band twice. I think maybe they didn't want to ask me back to come on this last end of the road tour because I had quit on them twice, and maybe they were afraid I'd quit in the middle of the tour because I like to do things my way, like Frank Sinatra.
Hello, my HMTV followers. I'm here to inform you that rock icon Ace Frehley, best known as the original lead guitarist and co-founder of Kiss, passed away on October 16th, 2025, at the age of 74 years. His death was confirmed by his family, who shared that he died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. The tragic news shocked fans across the world, marking the end of a monumental era in rock music. Reports revealed that Frehley had suffered a severe fall at his home in late September 2025, which resulted in a serious brain injury. He was hospitalized shortly after and placed on life support due to complications from a brain bleed. Despite hopes for recovery, his condition continued to worsen over the following weeks. Ultimately, doctors advised that the chances of improvement were slim, and his family made the heartbreaking decision to remove him from life support. Born Paul Daniel Frehley on April the 27th, 1951, in the Bronx, New York. Ace's musical journey began at a young age. In 1973, he co-founded Kiss alongside Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss. Adopting the spaceman persona, Frehley quickly became one of the most distinctive figures in rock. Known for his flashy silver makeup, space-themed costume, and electrifying guitar solos that helped shape the band's signature sound. Throughout the 1970s, Kiss became one of the biggest rock bands in the world, with Frehley contributing iconic riffs and solos to hits like Shock Me, Cold Gin, and Detroit Rock City. His stage presence, complete with smoking guitars and pyrotechnics, made him a fan favorite. Frehley's solo work on Kiss's 1978 self-titled albums further cemented his reputation as a powerhouse musician, as his track New York Groove became a hit on its own. After leaving Kiss in 1982, Frehley launched a solo career and formed the band Frehley's Comet, continuing to tour and release music that reflected his signature blend of hard rock and blues. He reunited with Kiss for their iconic 1996 reunion tour, rekindling the magic that made the band a global sensation. Despite ups and downs with his bandmates, Ace maintained a loyal following and was admired for his authenticity and dedication to rock and roll. When news of his passing broke, tributes poured in from across the music world. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley both expressed deep sorrow, calling him an irreplaceable rock soldier and a brother in music. Former bandmate Peter Criss shared that he was by Ace's side in his final days. Fellow artists like Slash, Dave Grohl, and Joe Perry also praised Frehley's influence on modern guitar playing, calling him a pioneer who inspired countless musicians. Fans gathered outside Kiss landmarks and Ace's home in New York to leave flowers, candles, and guitars in tribute. Social media platforms were flooded with clips of his legendary performances and heartfelt memories from those who grew up idolizing his work. His passing was not only the loss of a musician, but the end of a generation that redefined rock theatrics and guitar artistry. Though Ace Frehley is gone, his legacy will forever burn bright. His fearless creativity, unique sound, and larger-than-life persona continue to inspire musicians and fans alike. As the spaceman, he took rock music to cosmic heights, leaving behind a body of work that will echo through generations. A reminder that true rock legends never really die.